and we'll make it a full count. Buckton here with 3 consecutive balls pitched. Looks on for the full count here. 1 out.
Both teams with 6 seniors on the team. Both teams will lose 6 players to graduation. Something coaches do not like, but that's the nature of the game.
Congratulations to those players.
Yes. Assuming they're all graduating, all 12 of them.
Good eye from Kinsler there as he takes 4 consecutive balls from Buckton, and he'll walk right to first base.
And if they weren't graduating, they would not be playing because the PIAA has some very strict rules on academic performance, as I'm well aware. We lost one of our better players this year because of that.
It's a shame.
Yeah, it was a shame. He's a very good player. Sophomore.
A.J. Rubencam up to bat now.
You have to
He's gonna lay down
maintain.
a bunt. Not going to get contact.
Away, threw it away.
Wow, that's not what you want.
He is great. Look at the left fielder come in for that to be a backup on that. That's very good coaching on the Bonner side. And of course, both sides. Let's see a replay of this. Both sides coach their, as we mentioned, teams defensively very well. The heart of high school baseball is defensive rotations. We didn't see it there, but the left fielder came in. And what you have to say to yourself is, how can I make myself useful as a defensive player? Very, very important to know where to go.
It's a piece of it there. Ground out.
Winner of this game will move on. The loser will be eliminated. We're ready to go. The winner will play the winner of Bangor and Hatboro Horsham. All yours, Ryan.
High stakes here, Jack, as Eric Berman is the leadoff for the Upper Dublin Cardinals. He is facing off against pitcher. Let me double check this number here to make sure I'm not going to call out the wrong
It's Daniel
name.
LaSalle.
That is Daniel LaSalle on the mound.
Daniel LaSalle is not going to LaSalle, by the way.
LaSalle Field. A lot of LaSalle's being
Playing at LaSalle Field with pitcher LaSalle on the mound and a right fielder who's going to LaSalle.
Bunt laid down here by the leadoff man, Eric Berman.
Goes foul.
And he's going to be facing an 0-2 count to start this game off.
Eric Berman wearing number 21. He's the center fielder leading off for the Cardinals here today.
Talking to some Cardinal players here before, and they expressed some confidence here in this game. Feeling pretty good, spirits high. As Berman rips one to the center gap. Beautiful diving play made by the shortstop, but he beats out the line.
Infield hit.
A spectacular effort to save potential extra bases from happening there.
Let's see it again, Ryan. Nice stop.
That was number 7, Jaden Sanchez.
Jaden Sanchez at the shortstop position. Very solid shortstop. I've seen him several times this season. I coach at a high school that plays against FTC, Northeast High School. Very familiar with this team. They're a very, very good team. They're the only survivor of the public league that made it to the States. They're at the 5A level, as we've mentioned previously. Second biggest classification for enrollment purposes.
That is not an easy thing to do, being a public school.
Yeah, it's a charter school. One of the more successful charter schools in regard to enrollment and longevity also. They're probably the second charter school in Philadelphia. I think PAX beat them by a year, PAX being the Philadelphia Academy Charter High School. So FTC's been around a little bit. Sometimes known as Towne, sometimes known as Franklin Town, sometimes known as FTC. It's the Franklintown Charter High School.
Eric Berman there teasing a steal as he scurries back to first base, being checked by the catcher. Up at bat, we have Eddie Stoffel.
For Upper Dublin, the championship game was quite a game, as I understand. I did not get to see it against Radnor, a really good program.
Pitch is a little bit low there from LaSalle, and he is going to walk Stoffel. Starting off 2 batters up, 2 batters on base as we head to Austin Dahl.
So the way that game ended, the game against Radnor, which was the D1 championship game, District 1 championship game, a drop third strike, Ryan, safe at first. The pitcher did not cover home, and the runner from third scored for the win. How about that ending?
Yeah, that must be heartbreaking.
It is heartbreaking because that pitcher's got to cover.
Yes. It's a technical. We talked a lot in the last game about how much a great coach matters for technical defending, and right there you can see that's going to cost you big games, big moments.
Upper Dublin, first place in the Liberty Division of the Suburban 1 Conference. There are 3 divisions in that conference, and Upper Dublin has survived all of that and moved on to this big state playoff game. This is Austin Dahl, am I correct?
Yep, this is Austin Dahl, the pitcher for Upper Dublin.
Austin Dahl headed to East Stroudsburg. I believe that they are the Warriors, if I remember correctly. I used to do a lot of PSAC games. That's the Pennsylvania State whatever conference. And very good baseball, great in all the different sports. It's a Division II level conference. Spread throughout Pennsylvania, East Division, West Division.
That one is popped up.
So this is an infield fly. You see the umpire pointing up. Batter is automatically out. Runners advance at their own peril or risk, as they might say. That is an infield fly. Batter is automatically, once that umpire points up, batter is automatically out.
All right. Next up, we have Gavin Litton. He's the DH.
Burn number 12, right? And he's DHing, interestingly enough, for the catcher, not the pitcher. He's DHing for number 5, David Morris, the catcher.
Austin Dahl, we're going to see him a lot, the pitcher, in this game.
He stopped into our booth before the game, had a little conversation with us. Seemed like a nice kid.
Wish him all the best.
Yep, looks like a strong kid.
I can see why you'd want him batting in the 3 spot, that's for sure.
Have not seen him this season, but I've heard good things about him.
Pitch from LaSalle. Swung on. That's going to be popped up into the outfield. Left center field is going to call it out.
Nice throw.
That throw is going to prevent any tag-ups from happening. Runners stay locked on first and second base.
Short hopped at third base. Nicely handled with the pitcher backing up and the shortstop lining up the throw as the cut man. Cole Gibbons on that short hop pickup there. And LaSalle going to the proper position as the backup.
Ben Wilkins now up to bats. He takes a pitch from LaSalle. That's going to be a ball.
1-1.
1-0 the count. 2 outs.
Ben Wilkins wears number 11. He is the third baseman. And he's the 5th hitter in this lineup.
No swing there as it's a bit outside for the umpire's liking. 2-0 the count. LaSalle looks back as he delivers. Once again, no swing from the batter, but that's going to be a called strike. 2-1.
I saw both of these teams. I watched both of these teams.
Head coach of Upper Dublin is Ed Wall, W-A-L-L. They're the Cardinals. On their shirts, they wear the nest.
Towne lose to
which we found out is referring to the Cardinal bird. The bird. They're the Flying Cardinals. Suburban 1 Conference. First place once again.
Not to be confused with the Arizona Cardinals.
Yes. And the head coach for Franklintown Charter.
Wilkins on a 2-2, sends a laser right to the second baseman, doesn't have to move his feet, and that's going to be the side retired. 2 men stranded. We'll see Franklintown Charter.
Separulo, in only his 3rd year as the head coach, a very early success for Separulo, only 3 years out of college.
Wow, how about it?
Yeah, he's had some great success, knows the game inside and out. And he's a good fungo man. I love watching him fungo. It's once again, it is a charter school, the 2nd charter school, I believe, in the Philadelphia area, down in Bridesburg. They used to be, when they first started, they were in the Frankfurt Arsenal. You guys might not be familiar with that, but the Frankfurt Arsenal was an Army location.
Interesting.
And was around really since even before the Civil War. I think it goes back into the 1830s. They stored ammunition and, guns and God knows what in there. And Franklintown Charter took over a couple of the buildings in there, and then they built their own building, and now they're down in Breisburg. So if you're driving on 95, you'll see the Franklintown Charter High School, and it'll say a blue ribbon school underneath FTC. And a lot of success there in many aspects, including academics and enrollment and sports. The current CEO is the former very successful girls basketball and softball coach. I'm sorry, girls basketball and soccer coach. She was a big-time winning soccer coach. Came along after Central had won 10 consecutive championships, and then she started winning all the championships. Now she's they call her a CEO at a charter school. It's like the principal. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's a little background on FTC. As far as Upper Dublin is concerned, it's a real fine school up in the suburbs in Fort Washington. I worked there for 5 years as the coaching and officiating teacher.
Hey, how about it?
I actually had a class in that. And here we go with the bottom of the first. It's all yours, Ryan.
All right, we got Matthew Lawless up to bat here, facing off against Austin Dahl, the pitcher. First pitch is chipped foul, and it's going to dribble out. 0-1 is the count here.
Lawless, a speedy leadoff man. We love a speedy leadoff man.
Absolutely. If you were tuned in the last game, you would have heard us ranting and raving about how much we loved the speedy leadoff man.
Yeah, we had Nudge.
Gotta love Nudge.
What was Nudge's last name?
Nudge.
I'm sorry.
Man,
Lawler or something like that.
Ew.
I forget his name now, but he was good. He was fast. Mm-hmm. He was really flying down the first base. Matthew Lawless batted .404 for the season.
Lawless swings and fouls there. 1-2 to the count. He's going to stay alive.
And his OPS, 1.07, over 1,000 OPS.
Wow.
He hit a homer.
That'll help you.
He had 15 RBIs and 19 runs scored. Remember, high schools only play about 20 to 25 games, so that's a lot. That's a very, very good season for sophomore Matthew Lawless.
Sophomore Matthew Lawless takes a break there, steps out of the box. He's back in.
Four of the starters are... I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's a great hit there from Lawless as it gets just over the second baseman as he stays laying on the ground, a little upset with himself. Lawless is going to scurry onto first base. To LaSalle in the coming years.
He's one of the four seniors that are starting in this game. This is a very large young man. 6'3", 235.
Let's see just in that swing how much power he can
He's
generate.
A big hitter. I've seen him a bunch of times over the years. He is, once again, as you mentioned, a Division I player. Batted .500, shared that MVP with the pitcher from Central, Seidman, Tyler Seidman, headed for a Division I Bucknell.
Wow, a lot of talent in these leagues.
Yeah, well, those are the two top players. They deserved it, and the vote was even. Mm-hmm. We were at the vote, and it was perfectly even. They share the MVP.
How about it?
They're tied together for life. Yep, two good kids.
Dahl delivers, little high and call ball there. 2-2
lot of
count.
power, a lot of power. 7 doubles, a triple, 6 homers, 16 RBIs, 28 runs scored.
It's just a complete baseball player.
Yeah, and he's over 1,000 in slugging percentage also, which is like remarkable.
Pitch hit by Ocasio. That's going up, 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 up. First baseman's looking to grab it, and he'll make short work of it.
Nice footwork there at first base. He got under that one. Did Ocasio. And that was Evan Sanders on the handle.
First out there for the Cardinals.
And there's another Jaden Sanchez. There are 3 Jadens on this team. 2 of them start.
Dahl stares down Sanchez. Sanchez gets a piece of it. It's going to dribble out to the second baseman, who's going to make quick work and get him out.
I've seen Ocasio bat third. Now, in this cleanup position is Bobby Brandt. And Bobby Brandt is a monster hitter.
Speaking of power.
Yeah, really.
He's going to duck out of the way of that first pitch. A little high outside, or inside rather. Klowanski delivers. Just a little bit high for that umpire's liking. It's going to be ball one. Another ball. 2-2 here for Nuge Willard.
Our scoreboard's just slightly behind. We'll catch up in a second. We're going to give you the starting lineups when we get a little break.
This is a Bonner-Predergast Coatesville baseball game, PIAA state playoff game. So when it goes in, the big will go home. When we're on,
Pitching
we goes home.
game and batting in the 5 spot just shows you how athletic James Giuseppe is as he splits another one off foul left.
And what Coach Hal Ziegler is happy about, he's got him for 3 years, 2 more years after this.
Absolutely.
I mean, as a coach myself, when you start, losing seniors. I mean, there's one year I coached at Northeast High School. We lost 7 starting seniors.
Just
Seniors with a starting position.
Go down swinging there.
Yep.
Tell he wanted a piece of that. Really put it all in there.
So when you lose your the heart of your team, you're in a rebuilding process. It usually takes a couple of years. Now, this year, we only had 1 senior. Let's take a look. I'm going to try to see how many seniors are on this 5. So there's 5 seniors on Coatesville.
We have
6. Forgot Joe McGinley. Yep, 6 seniors on Coatesville, so they're going to lose 6 seniors.
Up to bat now, we have George
Simeone, I think it is, yeah.
Simeone, apologies.
Yeah, that's all right.
To the family.
The Simeone family was about to give us a call.
As George hits a little dinker into the infield.
Got him.
Nice, easy
Get
hand.
down.
Cole Romano will easily handle that.
Wearing number 34. He is the right fielder. So far, just 1 base runner for both teams.
These pitchers have been doing a really nice job keeping these hitters guessing.
So, Bonner-Predergast,
That
Brian, Archbishop Brian,
inside the
in
third
the
base
Catholic
line.
League
After the first
Championship.
inning, he was the
They
second
beat
batter.
Ryan 10-0.
It seems like
2 weeks,
Coatesville's
2 weeks
trying to find this
ago.
left side here. Seems like they're
Oh,
hard
actually, 2 weeks to
side of
Saturday.
the field.
Coatesville, as far as I know, has never won the state championship.
So we have a foul ball here.
Possibly before Ziegler, but let me tell you, Ziegler's been there for 34 years, Ryan.
Wow.
34
Whoa.
years.
He's got 11 years on my entire life. Just coaching.
Well, yeah, he's been here a long time. 5 D1 championships. Well, 6 now.
There's ball. 2-2 the count.
Runner-up state, 1998. His son Lance played on the 97 team, a very good team, longtime assistant. He was a former Seville grad, as was his father, by the way. The head coach was also Coatesville, 1967. Wow, does history really go back that far?
I guess it does.
Wow. Jeez.
Jason Larkin here at the plate has been doing a really nice job of just staying alive. Fouled off the last 2 balls. Lansky's looking to put him away here. It's the 1-2 count. Pitch. It's going to be low. Bouncing into the backstop. 2-2.
I mean, I'm talking a lot about the head coach of Coatesville, but the head coach of Monsignor Bonner, also a very, very fine coach, producing good team after good team. Steve DeBarbery is the head coach, assisted by John McCauley, Bob Kraske, our 2 assistants over at MB.
Got a grounder here
Got him.
to the third baseman,
Another
Jack
easy
Redding,
play.
and he'll make the play again. Redding's having a nice game here defensively. Really consistent, putting the ball where it needs to.
And Central High, which, by the way, was undefeated this year.
No one was a slouch in that 3-game stretch as Dorita is up to bat here.
No,
So-
and Central High has 7 seniors. We talk about seniors.
That's a leadership thing.
I mean, and one of the finest coaches in the area, Kenneth Devaney, an excellent coach. He's only lost 1 game as a coach.
Giuseppe delivers the 1-0 pitch. It's going to be a ball. 2-0 is the count.
That's 1 game in the league, by the way. He has lost in the state, and he lost in the city championship. And only 1 team goes to the states this year. As opposed, Ryan, in past, 2 teams went to the states.
So yeah, the competition's getting a little bit tighter this year.
Yeah, it has to do with number of teams in the classification, compared to other districts. It's a formula that the PIAA has, and they dropped the second entry in the 5A and the 6A this year, which really surprised me. So when you get to that district championship, you have to win to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2-1 the count here as Giuseppe looks on to Gavin DeRita, the power hitting cleanup for Bonner. Gavin DeRita seems like he's waiting on a very specific pitch. He's yet to swing as he's looking at a full count here.
We are at the beautiful Ward Field, home of the LaSalle College High School Explorers. They were the top team in the Catholic League this year and, again, defeated.
DeRita pops one up. First baseman back. He's going to give it off to the second baseman.
And that is the proper way to handle that.
Well-coached team.
Well-coached team. Second baseman has to alert the first baseman. I've got it. But it is his play. I think it was Simeone.
I think you're right. That's Simeone. Giuseppe delivers the first pitch of the at-bat, and it is a strike.
What the heck is happening in that situation talking?
Second pitch popped up. First baseman's going to call it out as his hat flies off. Giuseppe covers the first bag.
See, now that one's a little different because it's right in his range, in his area, and you want your first baseman.
You're going to first base to cover just in case anything happened, but
again,
the
very
insurance
well
was
coached.
unneeded.
Both of these teams are moving defensively to the proper places, and that's what you want to see. That's an easy P3. And up to bat is, looks like Owen Lockhart. Do I have that right?
I believe you do.
Owen Lockhart wears number 27. He is the center fielder. A fleet center fielder, by the way.
He's got a good piece of that one. Going back to the right field line. Looks like it was going to stay
It's a
fair.
ball. It's a fair ball.
He's going to second.
He's
going to hold up at second.
He's thinking about third, but he holds up.
I think the umpire wanted to get a piece of him there.
Okay, so there, rotation-wise, let's take a look at the hit.
Nice piece.
Way out there, fair ball. Watch. The second baseman is the first cut there. The backup is the shortstop. And the first baseman came over for the second cut if it was necessary.
Really nice job
as a backup.
finding the edges.
I'm going to do 15 minutes of this game and then 15 minutes
Everyone's kind
of the next other game at 4 o'clock. So,
as we have number
we
34
combined in one big video.
up to bat.
Romano is the catcher. He's the 7th hitter in this lineup.
As he fouls off the first pitch for the first strike. There's 2
About
outs
15 minutes of each video, I think. I'll
as
do
Jaden Giuseppe is looking to
half
get
hour.
that out of the way.
That's good enough.
No damage on the scoreboard.
First base runner for the Friars.
Let's see if they can capitalize here. Giuseppe looks back, delivers the pitch. Ball popped into the air.
Wow.
Looks like it's going to go to the right field. We got 3 Bonners. Foul ball. There was 3 Red Raiders in the area. All of them seemed a little bit confused on who was going to.
And one umpire's been doing it for 50 years.
Now that's a ball that the
And another
second baseman needs to
umpire's
either
been
take
doing it
charge
for
of,
45
or if he
years.
can't
They
yield
said it
to the right
is
fielder who then
only
verbally
today
takes charge of that, and
in this game. Wow.
evidently none of them could get to it, and then it ended up being a foul ball. Any ball that's past the first base bag, fair or foul, is determined by the first base umpire. Anything in front of the bag is determined by the home plate umpire. That goes for both corners.
Cole Romano here looking at the 0-2 pitch. Giuseppe looking to put away the inning. Swung on and fouled back into the stands.
I love this. I
Doing
mean,
a really nice job here staying
I'm
alive.
enjoying this.
Like I said before,
It's a nice
pushing
day,
the edges
but
of this field.
I'm enjoying watching this game.
If you can put one down the line, it'll almost certainly be.
I wish I could have went to one, but
Sitting on second right now.
I could have, but I decided not to.
The pitch. It's going to go fair. Bounces in play. Dorito's going home. And he will come back to third. And they've got him tagging back. That's a beautiful play. Beautiful heads-up awareness. A little greedy from Dorita. Thought he wasn't. 0-2 the count.
We're in the top of the third here, as you can see there.
So far, it's been a quiet game in terms of runs, but the pitching has been excellent. The defense has been excellent. And it's not been for lack of hits either.
Just one hit apiece, actually. But look, again, it's very, very efficient fielding, very effective work by both teams in the field. And that's what you like to see, too.
Absolutely.
I mean, and I talk to my players about this all the time. You know, they love hitting, they love throwing, they love running, but defense, high school defense wins championships. And I know it's a cliche, but it is true.
Absolutely. Polanski deals.
It's a strikeout.
He got him. Got him swinging.
And the ball hit the dirt. When the ball hits the dirt, it's the same as if the catcher missed the third strike, as if it went behind him. It makes no difference. He's got to tag the runner or the batter or throw to first base, which he did. K is recorded.
Up to bat now, we have
9-hitter.
the AJ Rubencam 9-hitter.
AJ Rubencam. He is the left fielder.
Disagrees. It's a quick pitch. Strike 2 is the call. Okay. 2-2 the count.
Hi.
The pitch.
Klewanski working from a full line.
Looks really fluid. With
It's a slight hybrid position in his feet, but he's in a
full count. He's got him swinging. Struck him out.
A lot of pitchers at the high school level like to work from the stretch.
Go back up to the top of the lineup here. Nuge Willard to bat.
Back to Nuge at the top of the lineup. And he flew out to left field to open this.
Third baseman looked to be Bonner looked to be signaling his outfielders there. As Nuge hits a shot deep right center. It's gonna get over the head of the center fielder. He's going to second. He's looking for 3 as he comes. Balls in on the way. Not in time.
Nuge can fly.
Nuge can fly.
Whoa, baby!
Wow.
Man, what a hit! What great base running.
Here,
Beautiful
let's see it
slide
again.
too.
Let's take a look at this again. Look at this great effort out there. Maybe a dive might have had it, but double cut set up.
Excuse me.
Pitcher should be behind the third baseman. You see him?
You know, Cap, I think it's better off that he didn't dive there, because if he did, Nuge just got the wheels. He might have been able to go home if he wasn't able to recover that ball quickly.
Again, defensive rotations were very, very good. We'll give Nuge a triple on that, right?
We will. Up to bat now. Looking to bat in, Nuge, we have Shane Monahan. So he gets a ball in play. Nuge headed home. An error is going to allow Monahan to advance the first.
1-0.
Nuge will
Coatesville.
score, and that is our first run of the day.
Now, you are the official scorer, I believe. No, actually, somebody else is. But as far as error or hit, you're going E on that?
I'm calling that an error, definitely.
Okay, that's an E6.
Yes. Yeah, a little bit of fumbling. I don't know if he could have gotten Nuge Willard out there.
It was
but
close.
He definitely would have had a chance at first base.
Well, the play would have been the first. Yeah, Nuge would have been a tag play at home. It's a very difficult play.
Yeah, especially with 2 outs. Could have forced out at first.
The first run of the game comes in with Willard and that gigantic triple that he bopped out to center field, coming in on the E6. Who's up now?
We've got Dylan Jeffers.
Dylan Jeffers, he's the third baseman. Wears number 5, a right-handed batter. Man at first.
Klewanski looks to shake it off as he tries to get Monahan at first. Just gonna keep him honest there.
And we are confirmed with your scoring, Ryan. The official score of the game did rule an error on that play.
Man, am I good or what?
You are good. E6. E6 on that play. We have a scoreboard here at Ward Field being administers somewhere else in the facility.
A little high. Bowling.